Hi, it's me, it's Johnny Boy, I'm back again. Because of the request and the questions that I get asked on a regular basis, we've decided to make a list and a checklist of what you need to do if you want to start a landscape business. But one thing we've got to remember, my list is going to be different from your list, but my list is going to continually change, and we're going to prioritize what is, in this example, of 1 to 10, that priority will change. So I want your feedback. I want to know what your priority on a 1 to 10 is when it comes to starting a landscape business. The list, okay? So the priority is make a list, okay? And what I would do, you can have it as long as you want, 1 to 10, 1 to 5, whatever you want. But what's going to happen is that list is going to change from time to time. So number 1 on your list is why. Why do you want to become a landscaper? Is it because you like working by yourself? Is it because you like the great outdoors? Is it because you like creating gardens? Or maybe the case that you've heard how much landscapers are earning. And if it is the case that you're thinking about because landscapers earn a lot of money, you shouldn't chase the dollar. 2 on my list after why is who's your customer base? Okay, who is your customers? Okay, who are going to be your customer? You have to identify, because you ain't going to be nothing. You're not going to have a business unless you have a client base. You need to identify your client base. So if you start a landscape business, first of all, you have to decide whether it's going to be commercial or whether it's going to be domestic, whether it's going to be the both, or whether you can do garden maintenance or hard landscapes. But you need to identify who your target clients are going to be. So staying with 2 at the moment is basically what we have to do is decide where we want to be in the landscape business, is whether we're going to be hard landscapers, whether we're going to be gardeners or garden maintenance. But you have to decide from that point where you're going to be. And now it's a well-known fact that as a hard landscape specialist is that you're never ever going to be able to sell your business simply because people buy into you, and once you're gone, your business is nothing without you. But if you have a database of clients where you're doing garden maintenance, this is an asset and it can be sold again in the future. 3 on my list now is how do you get yourself out there and how do you start making a name for yourself? If you haven't done the work before, that's going to be difficult. So what you need to do, you need to start doing jobs for friends, for family, etc., and start building your portfolio. So you need to get yourself out there, and this is where you need to start doing some work so you've got something tangible to show potential clients. 4, probably the most important part to get your name out there is social media. It's free. It just costs a little bit of time to make an effort to do a good, and not a good, but a great post that somebody's going to aspire to, okay? So when we look at social media, what have we got out there on social media that we know about? We've got Facebook, we've got Instagram, we've got Twitter, okay? But remember, you've got Google. The biggest search engine out there is Google, okay? You can share on Google in the same way that you share on Facebook. When we go looking for anything on the internet, we generally use Google. Google have an area where it's called Google My Business. So number 4 for me, without a doubt, is get on Google My Business. Register your business name. Okay, at this point now, we've started to pick up some work. We've done some work for family and friends. We're getting our name out there on social media. Have we got the tools to do the job? Do we need to build the tools up? What tools do we actually need to do that job? Okay, whether we need a shovel, a trowel, a level, what we got to think about is keeping the cost down to start the jobs going. Okay, so you don't need expensive tools initially, but you need a selection of tools. So start identifying the tools that you need to get the job done. Now, we're making a list here, but the list is going to change in priority, okay? When we look at the list, we're making a list of all the things that you can actually do, but this list is going to change. But you need to make list after list after list, and then you start prioritizing what's 1, what's 2, what's 3, etc. Experience and knowledge and qualifications is so important. will a client go for somebody that has the qualifications, or do they go for somebody who has the experience? If you're able to showcase them and demonstrate to them the work that you've been doing, you don't necessarily need those qualifications. So qualifications are important, and what it does, believe it or not, when you go down that road of learning and you acquire an MVQ, an HNC, an HND, you can have a degree in architecture, whatever you're doing, but the fact is it will give you confidence. So when you present yourself to that client, it's going to make things a lot easier. Number 9 on my list, branding. Okay, branding. And what does this mean? Branding is about you getting yourself out there, marketing yourself, okay? And that comes in the form of, i.e., for example, a t-shirt, a hoodie with a name on, your business name, to look professional, your van sign written. You need to make sure that you brand yourself in the correct way. And when you look at branding, you've got to get a smart logo. It's got to look smart. It's got to say the right things. So think about what you're going to call yourself, what your business name, whether you're going to name it after yourself, your own name that you've been given, or whether you're going to make some sort of name up. But you've got to get the name right. Think about it. Don't just go with anything. Spend a little bit of time on it and see what you like and what works for you. So on my list at 10 today is being a member of a professional body. Now, you could be a member of the Association of Professional Landscapers. You could be a member of BALI, which is the British Association of Landscape Industries, Tobermoor approved paving contractor, Marshall's approved paving contractor, Brett approved paving contractor. You could actually even be a member of the Society of Garden Designers, the SGD. There are lots of professional bodies out there, but what it says about you is that you're able to demonstrate to your client base. They can see it when they look at your work, when they look at your website, your branding, whatever you're doing, is they can see that you've made an effort to be part of this professional body, and it generates confidence. Now we've made our list, okay? Those numbers from 1 to 10 may not apply to you because that's not priority for you. So you need, whatever you do, is that what you can do when you make a list, at least you've made a start, and you can look through your list and then you can start ticking from 1 to 10 off. You can make that list bigger or you can make it smaller. You look at what's priority for you, what's important for you. The fact is, now you've made that list, okay, you can relax. You've made an effort. You're a doer and not a don'ter. You've got on with it. So you've made that list. If you need some help with that list, to actually prioritize that list, and you need to sort of have somebody to help you to work through your list, give me a call on 07795 595 994, or drop me an email, info@greentoplandscapes.co.uk. We can have informal chat and talk about how you want to proceed, how you want to move on with your business. I might be able to help you. Certainly, if you want to come along and have some experience with me, working with me, whether you're doing paving, planting, building walls, building pergolas, how to speak to your client base and how to brand yourself and how to use social media, I can help you. I've had 38 years in this industry. Just give us a ring. Don't be alone. Get it done. And remember, be a doer and not a don'ter. So there we are, things about how to start a business and a landscaping business. Well, first of all, what I would do, get a pencil and a piece of paper. There's a lot to write down.